All right. Just a little announcement about my mission objective, the MO for my new channel. Well, not new anymore. It started up on the start of 2023. But just a heads up about um, what my intentions are for the channel. It's just to I have 39 currently. I only have 39 videos of Eric Heckers edited and uploaded. That was the first thing I did. I then added a few more videos, but that doesn't really give you give you any real idea of how of what I'm experiencing. I mean, it's not all about me, but what I want to do, my intention is to put out videos, and although they are my experiences, I also want people to who are genuinely targeted individuals, because there's a lot of people who claim to be, but they're just basically taking the piss out of targeted individuals in the guise of a targeted individual, and they create channels which try to attract comments so that they can just make other targeted individuals look a bit ridiculous by the things they say and claim when they come and leave comments on such channels. That they obviously believe that these channels are genuine, and I, for one, can clearly see a lot of them aren't. It's not really sending out the right message to the neutral. The neutral is important in this situation, and the neutral is the person who will visit channels like such as targeted individual channels in an attempt, a genuine attempt to try and determine if what these people are experiencing is genuine, or if they think that these people need some kind of help. So you'll see a lot of comments where people just drop by on certain channels and just say, you're imagining it all, and it's just ridiculous what you're claiming. Well, it's not, but by the same token, the way these people are putting across their video evidence is not doing them any favors, and it's certainly not doing targeted individuals any favors whatsoever. And yeah, a lot of the videos just end up looking ridiculous, and I just kind of wonder why they'd bother to do that unless they were not genuine, and that could be the case. But yeah, my mission objective is to put my experiences out there, and by doing so, it might chime with other people and resonate with other people, and in some cases, it might even make people become aware that what they're experiencing is a carbon copy of my own experiences, and very similar kind of experiences, and they might be wondering if they're going crazy, or there are actually other people experiencing exactly what they're experiencing. And also, my intention is to basically let people know what type of targeting occurs and in what circumstances. So, in what circumstances is very relevant, because it can happen. It can happen in all kinds of situations, particularly when you're sat at your computer online and you're getting on with your activity, your normal daily activity, such as watching YouTube videos, etc., etc. Whatever you're doing, it can happen without you even knowing and making any connection that it is targeting, and it ties in with what you're doing. 99% of the time, it's kind of responsive targeting without you even knowing it. So it takes a lot of repetition, months if not years, before you even start to realize that there's a kind of pattern to the targeting. So if you can finally at some point make that connection and realize that it's happening, but the problem is, this is what the people who do this want you to do, is make that connection, because once you make the connection, they go to town on you. I mean, they really go to town on you once they know that you know, and that's that. In a way, that by making people aware of this, doesn't really do them any favors. It kind of does to a degree, but on the flip side, it can also basically ruin their lives completely. And you know, what do you do? What do I do? Do I make people aware of it, and then once they're aware of it, they then can cotton on to what's going on? But the problem is with that is that it can basically fucking ruin their entire days, every day of their life. And if sometimes it may be better not to realise. But I can't control who visits the channel. If you visit the channel and something resonates with you, and then it makes you aware and alert to the targeting, and you can make that connection, then, you know, it might be a good thing that happens. But I don't want to kind of fuck up people's lives through making that connection. If you want to make that connection, and you want to definitely know if you're being targeted, then I guess this is how you would do it, is basically compare notes. But yeah, making that connection isn't necessarily a good thing, because then these bastards basically rub their hands together and say, right, let's go to work on this guy. Let's really throw everything at him now. Once you make that connection, it's there's no turning back. You can't unmake the connection. So it can be a good thing or it can be a bad thing. But by putting out my experiences and explaining how to look out for targeting, how to know if you are being targeted, and what signs to look out for, I can provide a lot of that through my own experiences across several years, more than 10 years. And also I'll be uploading videos which are nothing more than me reading out my logs in digital form. But so basically I send emails to myself that aren't anything more than just digitized diary notes, but they're not diary notes, they're more like logs. So they can be tallies, daily tallies of attacks, and also in some cases in some instances I'll make descriptions and describe exactly what the type of targeting is, and also I may detail why it happened, what was the connection to the targeting, how can I connect that and for sure know that it is targeting. So that's key, is basically, all right, you're being targeted, but can you make the connection? Do you know why? Do you know, not why, but do you know what you were doing at that moment in time when you were targeted? So it'll occur within a second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. You can be reading a book, you can be watching a video, you can be watching a DVD, you can be listening to music. So you can be having a conversation with a family member, with a friend. You can be singing to yourself, you can be whistling, you can do anything. You can change your facial expression, you can be you can move your arms, reaching for something. You can interact with your pets, like talking to them. You know, it's just, there's no end to the stimuli that can prompt targeting. I mean, you can look at something without even saying a word. You can look at something, a particular thing. So it can be, or for example, you can be on a train and you might see some graffiti, and someone's graffitied their name, and that name happens to be the same name as one of your family members, etc. So you'll look at the graffiti on the wall, it'll say like Clive or something, and you've got an Uncle Clive. Well, you'll be targeted. If you're targeted as soon as you look at that, within a second or two, that's the type of targeting I'm talking about. Blatant, responsive targeting to stimuli. And obviously this means that if this is happening, you're under surveillance. I believe the surveillance is basically, it is a surveillance that has emerged, a technology that has emerged. And I believe that all the satellites that are going up into the atmosphere, not all of them are broadcast satellites, etc., and bringing you TV programs and cable TV. A lot of them are very, very there's a very sinister nature to a lot of these satellites that are going up in the atmosphere, and it's connected to surveillance. And probably a lot more satellites are involved in this than you would imagine. Just take a look at the diagram of satellites in our atmosphere, and you can clearly see that that's not just for cable, and it's not just for GPS, and it's not just for that kind of thing. There is and also a dark side to what's going on with these satellites. That's just our world today. That's just the world the way it is today. Unfortunately, there's no going back. The world's becoming more voyeuristic. People want to know what everyone's doing. Everyone wants to know what the other person's doing. What's he doing? What's she doing? The opportunity is there now for people to just, your neighbours to spy on you, the people down the road to spy on you, the people next door to you. It's just rife. Spying is just rife now, and I don't think a lot of people are even aware of this. It's just become a part of society now. It's just spying on people, and then the outlets for this are obviously online, and it's shared out online. Obviously not on mainstream internet, but on the dark web. So you could be being spied on right now on the dark web. That camera could never be off you, and you wouldn't even know about it. Some people know about it, and there's nothing you can do about it. All you can do is put as many examples of your own experiences out there, because not everyone's evil, not everyone's a piece of shit out there. I'm not interested in people coming to my channel if they're not target individuals, or they're not neutrals who are trying to get a better understanding of targeting and gang stalking, etc. I'm not interested. There's two sides to this world. One side is evil, voyeuristic, and just almost satanic. No, I mean, there's not half the world is satanic, but what I'm saying is there are elements out there who are satanic. They've got no empathy, they've got no feelings, they don't give a shit about other humans. They think it's their right to pry and spy on people, and they think it's now, because it's become so normal to have that opportunity to do that they think it's their right. And that's so not the case. It's not your right to spy on people. It's never going to be your right to spy on anybody, no matter how normal you think it is, and not how many other people are doing it along with you. It's not your right to go and spy on people in their own homes. It's just not.